Hello friends. So today we are going to look at the infrastructure as a service and hybrid cloud especially. So what is hybrid cloud? It is connection of two different cloud working together, and both the cloud are coordinating with each other with few API or some services working together. So till now we had already seen like service orchestration and virtualization, abstraction layer or abstraction level, virtual machines, type 1 native or bare metal hypervisor. We had already seen type 2 hosted hypervisor, then the combination of both type 1 and type 2. And we had also seen hybrid of Eucalyptus and Amazon EC2. So today we'll start discussing about content delivery network or content distribution network, that is CDN. And then we'll see how the hybrid between the Akamai and Facebook was going through. So we'll start with the content delivery network. So what is content delivery network? Content delivery network is basically also known as content distribution network, and both have abbreviation of CDN. So it is well known as CDN, and people less use content delivery network or less use content distribution network. Usually the common name for this is CDN. What is CDN? It is a geographically distributed network. So how it works? It works as a proxy, means on behalf of a client, means on behalf of a cloud provider. How proxy works? It is same like when some of the student is absent in the class. So what student try to do? They try to do proxy attendance for their friends. Means when there is a attendance going on, a teacher asks for an attendance that Abhishek is there. So the his friend Abhay said that yes. It means that Abhishek's presentation present means Abhishek is present, means it's a kind of proxy attendance. Similarly, here the server tries to do proxy attendance or proxy management or proxy server delivery type of thing. How it does actually keep the content of the original service provider, and the CDN manages its own data center, and CDN data center contains the original data sets of the original cloud provider. So the CDN was been came into the existence after 1990s. That at that time there was some bottleneck performance issues due to the packet transfer over going through the oceans and international water between the countries. So the concept of CDN was came up, and that helps to reduce the bottleneck and improve the performance. Then the spatially distribution means the content is being distributed at the various country level locations. So the CDN could be of two type: peer to peer CDN, where the consumer who provides the data will use their own data by themselves, and it's different from client server architecture. So how it is being done by the private CDN means the content provider itself manages CDNs at different locations across the globe. So this is how the private CDNs work. And so in the figure left hand side, you'll see the normal architecture, common architecture, which is one server providing, distributing its content to the client. And in the right hand side, you will see the CDN scheme where the distributed server are providing request to the several clients. Then we'll see Akamai CDN, which is a global CDN which provides cyber security, and Akamai CDN also provides cloud service. And the Akamai CDN is one of the largest distributed platform in the world, and it is serving between 15 to 30% of all web traffic, and it operates across the international worldwide server level thing. And it is basically rented feature that the amount that was being used, it will only provide that much of features. Then consumer of the website actually wants a fast delivery of the network. Suppose you have a startup and you want your client sitting at the San Francisco to have access over your data. So what you should do, like your company at Bangalore will hire a CDN like Akamai and ask that CDN to provide your content at San Francisco itself, so that your San Francisco client will have fast availability and fast performance, and this will improve a lot at the time for responding your content. So your startup or at Bangalore would be having benefit. Then you have, this is what it means by consumer websites work faster by distributing content from location near to the end user. So your client is at San Francisco, your company is at Bangalore, you hire a CDN at San Francisco itself. This is how it works. The end user navigate to the URL, means whenever you had seen some of the times when you use Facebook, then in the bottom of the browser you'll see the redirection to the Akamai server, and Akamai copy of that content would be provided to you by the browser. Then the Facebook as a consumer or the Akamai CDN uses many ad server for doing all these things to provide fast delivery. So Facebook as a consumer of Akamai. So Facebook here is a consumer of Akamai CDN, and what it consumes many ad server for providing fast delivery to the Facebook users or a Facebook consumers. Then next, this was an example of how the Akamai CDN works, where the client requests for the ACME web page at index.html. It actually contains some of the heavy loaded image, and that images was being fetched from the Akamai server and being responded to the client by that Akamai server itself. Then next, this was like hybrid Akamai and Facebook combined together. So the Facebook photo serving stack was there, where the components were being linked together to show the retrieval of the photos that you store. So there are two type of client of Facebook: desktop based client or mobile based client, which actually request and the response will go to them according to the traffic and the shortest route or the fastest route from either from Facebook Edge or from Akamai CDN, according to the depending on the fetched path, means what was the fastest delivery could be possible. So the origin server was like content, having content which has been resized, means compact and compressed at the content cache, and original cache is basically at the Facebook server, and it is actually storing the compressed images, and it is like a data server cache. So Haystack was the backend of that Facebook, which actually holds the actual content, means the original image that you had stored was being kept at the Haystack backend, and original cache was basically collecting the resized and compressed image for caching purpose. The next, this was the Facebook photo serving stack. So whenever you need, you can have a cache stored at your own browser or client app, so the fastest delivery of that content would be possible. Then if there is a cache miss over there at the browser, then the edge was being called, means Facebook edge was being called for the that request, and the inside that point of preference was being set, and the end user was being responded with by the Facebook edge. And if that again the Facebook edge fails to provide the content, the request will go to the original data center where the origin cache was there. And what was the origin cache? Origin cache actually stores the compressed images over there at the backend, and the Haystack was the actual backend server, and it that data center has origin cache as well as backend Haystack. So Haystack contains the original, means actual size of the images. If the browser cache fails, if edge cache fails, if origin cache miss was there, then backend Haystack will deliver the content to the client. Next, this was the complex and the whole architecture of the hybrid Facebook and Akamai, and how it works. It works for the first as a desktop or mobile client request for the content, and first client search for the own local cache. So if the local cache was being missed, so the request will go to the two parts, either to the Facebook Edge server or to the Akamai CDN. So Facebook Edge server believes on the point of presence. So Facebook works on the point of presence, and if the cache of that Facebook Edge and Akamai also fails, then it goes to the backend server, that is data center of the Facebook, and on the data center it asks for that cache, and that is origin cache. So the origin cache will be responding the request. If the origin cache also don't contains the actual content, then it asks for the backend haystack, and backend haystack retrieves the data and send it to the client. And this is how the whole stack of Facebook photo caching works. And this was being published at one of the topmost leading conferences of operating system. So if you want, you can go to read this in the detail. So this is how the whole server caching and the process will take place. So where the it's analogous to the computer architecture, where processor search the memory data at its own local cache. If that cache fails, then it goes to the main memory, and if the main memory hit was being failed, means main memory was being missed, then again the processor will request the data to the and fetch that data to the hard drive. So hard drive will be used for the processing purpose. Similar to that computer architecture, this Facebook stack for caching was being used. How it used: client local cache, then Facebook Edge or Akamai CDN. If all these things miss, then the origin cache, means the data center itself have a cache was being searched. If that also fails, then the backend original storage was being requested, and then you will get the response. Or the simple way of doing this architecture was being client was requesting directly to the data center as a web server, and web server was been responding. So instead of that, there will be a cache, and the cache would be responding faster. So this is it for the today's class. In the next class, we'll see PaaS, platform as a service, and container as a service, cache. And so PaaS and cache is the two different things, and we'll see difference between them with the help of Google App Engine and Docker's Hub. That's it for today's class. Thanks all of you. See you. Goodbye.